had this idea to get in a couple games, but then this happened. Server down? So Fortnite. I'm talking more about Fortnite Battle Royale. And here's a little description from Epic. Basically, Fortnite Battle Royale is the free 100-player PvP mode in Fortnite. One giant map, a battle bus, Fortnite building skills and destructible environments combined with intense PvP combat. The last one standing wins. Available on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Mac. And actually now it's also available on the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty cool. Look, when it comes to gaming, I'm not really, I'm not all that knowledgeable. I do get to play when I have the chance to, but I am more interested, and I kind of gravitate more to games that are a little bit more on the cartoonish side and where the realism is not as intense. Which is why I have a Nintendo Switch. I like to play Mario Kart, Super Mario, Smash Brothers, and now lately a couple times here and there Splatoon 2. So those are the types of games that I'm more interested in. Some of the games now are just a little more intense for me, but they're great. I've seen some of the graphics and some of the gameplay. Just some of them I know that it's more intensive, more time consuming than I really want it to be. So, but in a sense, I have been living under a rock. I have heard a little bit about Fortnite. Heard some of my wife's nieces and nephews talk about it, and actually my kids too. So being that as a parent, I do have my interest in hobbies, but also having kids now, some of their interests and some of their hobbies are also mine, and which brings in video games. So here comes obviously Fortnite. I heard my boys talk about it a few times, and I heard it was going to be part of the Nintendo Switch. So decided to jump in. And also, while I was trying to upload it onto the Nintendo Switch, I also uploaded on my phone. I must say, it's a fun game, and it kind of brings me back to the days of, maybe some of you know, the Nintendo 64, some of the old 007 games. Really simple, not too crazy. I do like the fact that, one, it is free. You can play on your mobile phone. You go up against 100 players, and as time goes on, the world that you're on shrinks, which basically forces you to be in combat with other players, and basically the last one standing wins. So again, kind of brings me back to some of the old 007 games, GoldenEye back in the day. And yeah, I'm actually pretty hooked right now. I played a few games, played a couple games on the Nintendo Switch, had a game or two at work, during lunch of course. But yeah, Fortnite Battle Royale kind of got me back into a little bit of the gaming side. So I'm not sure about you, but let me know your thoughts. Have you guys played Fortnite? Have you heard of it? If not, that's okay, no big deal. If you have, how have you done in some of the Battle Royale games? Were you able to stay alive for the whole time, win one of the games? Just kind of curious. As far as gameplay, obviously it's a little bit better having a controller like on the Nintendo Switch, a little bit tougher on the iPhone, but again, it's a nice little way to just kind of like have a little bit of entertainment and something that's pretty fun. But that's Fortnite, and yeah, maybe he'll do a little bit more um, videos on Fortnite, and hopefully have my kids play some games in front of you guys. So, but that's Fortnite, and yeah, we'll move on to the next subject. Now, in this second segment of this kind of a Tech Tuesday, tutorials may be coming later, but let's just go on with the tech side today. On this Tech Tuesday, the second thing I do want to talk about is something that's been going on in some major cities, such as San Francisco and Los Angeles. And I'm not sure about New York and some other major cities, but I actually did see some in our city of Sacramento. And what I'm talking about is e-bikes. Basically, I guess you can say they're bike rentals on the go. Some of them that you may have seen if you've been to San Francisco or any major city that has them right now. A couple of the bikes that you may see on the road. One is by Ford. They have their Go bikes. And another company is called Jump. It's a red bike basically. And I actually was able to catch one of these bikes near a restaurant that I went to this past weekend. So there's the Go bike by Ford and also Jump bike, which I believe now is owned by Uber. So those two things are interesting technology or a service that is out there that I would like to try one day. Personally, haven't had the time to go on one, but I do have a plan on trying one of these bikes while visiting San Francisco. But I also do plan on trying and renting out an e-scooter. So you have a few companies, a couple companies such as Lime as well as Bird, who rent out scooters as well. Again, same concept. These bikes or scooters are kind of spread around the city. If you have an app, actually not if, but you have the app, you can rent one of the bikes or the scooters, locate it, unlock it with the app, and then use it on a pay per time basis. So I'm not sure about the rates right now, but again, it's something I'm going to look more into, and it sounds interesting. But my thought and my question to you guys is, would you rent a bike or a scooter in a major city? What would you use it for? Me personally, out of the two, I would actually more rent a bike versus a scooter. Basically on the basis of it being easier to go around or travel on the streets, or not really on the sidewalk, but on the streets, and get around through the city. Being on a bike seems just a little bit more easier and a little bit more comfortable than being on a scooter. With a scooter, I don't know how much of a range that they do have, but I don't think it's as much as a bike. But also, you do have to work a little bit harder on a scooter when you're riding around versus a bike. Then again, if you know how to ride a bike, which it's just a little bit easier to get around, and you can easily go over bumps. The roughness on the road isn't as taxing on your feet as it would be on a scooter. And obviously, if you're on a scooter, you're kind of on the sidewalk, have to really watch out for people and just other obstacles along the way. So, but I'm posing a question to you guys. I'm kind of interested in what you guys have to say. What's your thoughts on these rental scooters in big cities as well as the rental bikes in big cities? Is it something that you would use for work or just for kind of play when you're visiting a city, just to get around town? Or are you guys using it in your daily life right now? scooters or bikes. So let me know. I'm kind of curious your thoughts. As far as, again, for myself, I'd more rent a bike versus a scooter. But as far as scooters, it seems like it's more of a one-time thing. It's something fun and you want to try to do once, versus renting bikes, which you can actually do a lot more. It even has like baskets, easier to go around the city, a bigger range. So again, just kind of curious. I'm going to put links down below to the sites for the 2 bikes and the 2 scooter companies. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, that's pretty much it as far as this Tech Tuesday. 1, video games, Fortnite Battle Royale. And yeah, your thoughts on scooters, bikes for rent in cities. And is there a company out there that's going to be renting skateboards? Come on, Boosted Boards. Rent out your boards. All right. Talk to you guys soon. And that's it for Tech Tuesday.